going on, everyone? Welcome, everyone, to ADSR. My name is Stranjah, and I will be your host for the next hour or so. Going for a new look today. I just got a haircut, so apologize if I don't look on brand with my usual cap look, but just got a fresh cut today, so just letting the hair out today. So comment and let me know, what do you think of my new haircut? Is it a yes or a no? Shouts out to all the ADSR family. Thanks for all the help in the background. Shouts out to Distraction Sounds. Thanks for tuning in. Bishal Gurung, you are not alone as well. Sal Mulgrav. It's up to all the vets out there. Alv Martin, thank you for tuning in wherever you are. Good evening as well. Diana Fernandez, good to see you here again. Thanks for tuning in. I'm all good. I'm good. I'm just, it's a great day out here in Toronto. Weather is great. The sun is out finally. It's been a depressing 2 or 3 weeks here in Toronto. It's been so gray for the last couple of weeks. So it's definitely a nice, pleasant surprise to see the sun out. And I'll probably go out for a little bike ride after this stream and take in some vitamin D. So if you guys are getting sun out there, I encourage you guys to do the same. It's all about balance as music producers. You work in the studio, but also get out, get some air, get some sun, get some exercise. It's all about living a healthy lifestyle, because if you're healthy, then when you come back into the studio, you feel good and you make good music. And that's how the math works, right? It's pretty simple. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Once again, my name is Stranjah, and I'll be your host for the next hour or so. And today we're going to be demoing a plugin from Kontakt Sounds. It's called Polyscape Pro. It's a Kontakt instrument. It's a Kontakt library, and really cool sounds from this tool. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys Polyscape Pro from Kontakt Sounds. Also, I'm going to be using some vocal samples from a pack from Black Octopus. It's called Purple Fog Modern Soul Vocals. Some really nice pop sounding vocals in this pack. So those are the two plugins. Also, so Polyscape Pro is it's a monster of a library. It's influenced by ambient as well as you would call it, I guess, cyberspace or Blade Runner kind of sounds. So think of that game that everyone's been talking about lately. What's that game? Cyberpunk. So those kind of sounds. So you'll find that there as well. So I find it has really lush and deep pads, which is why we're going to focus our video today on liquid drum and bass, because it really has those really warm sounding pads and deep soundscapes, which is perfect for liquid drum and bass, because that's the sound that we go for. So Polyscape Pro is the synth. It is available for sale on ADSR today for $59. Usual price is $80. And also, I'd like to mention that they have a sister VST called Synth 3 Polyscape, and it's actually more affordable at $29. They're pretty much the same, except Polyscape Pro has an additional analog library that sounds really rich and full, which is why I want to use this one today. But there is a choice in terms of your budget. If you can't afford Polyscape Pro, then Synth 3 Polyscape is pretty much the same engine, has a lot of the same sounds, and it's available for only $29. So I mean, the Pro is just a little bit more. So if you can afford it, I would probably go here, because you have more sounds with Polyscape Pro. So let me know in the comments how I sound. I'm noticing on my YouTube browser that I'm freezing every now and then. Is that happening on your end? Let me know because I don't know if it's just on my end, but it seems like it's choppy on the video. But if it's okay on your end, then I'm just gonna keep going. Also, let me know how my mic and music sounds. We'll do our best to keep things smooth and enjoyable for you guys. All right, so with that said, I'm going to jump right into Ableton, and then we'll play around with some liquid drum and bass sounds. Yes, definitely it's a new haircut. Just got it today, so going for a nice airy feel today. So normally I have a cap on. That's usually the Stranjah brand, but just letting the hair out today. Is it really okay? So someone's saying it's freezing a little bit as well. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Let's see how the music goes in Ableton as I run some music. I did reboot before I started the stream, so hopefully it's not my computer. Hopefully the resources are fine. Video freezes occasionally. Sound is good. Okay. Well, now that the camera isn't, let me just bring back this. Oh, not this view. Over. Okay. Well, if you can bear with the video just chopping up every now and then, as long as the sound is fine, I think that's the most important here. Let me just fix the video here. If it gets unbearable, then what I'll do is I'll restart the stream on OBS's side, and hopefully that improves it. Just keep me posted as we move along. Okay, so I'm going to pop in Polyscape Pro. Again, it is a Kontakt instrument. So the way it works is in Kontakt Pro, check. In Kontakt Pro, you go into your Files menu to open up the folder for Polyscape Pro, and then within Polyscape Pro, okay, that's great that the screen share is fine. I think that's the most important. It might be my capture card that's acting up today. Okay, so this is the folder structure within Polyscape Pro on the left here. There's a number of different presets and sound banks here. There's single modules that are essentially one layer of sound. And then you have pads and soundscapes, which are layers of sound combined to create more of a rich soundscape. Then you have like strings and then the keys. So keys are more, I guess, more attack, right? Like think pianos or electric pianos, that kind of thing. So the additional pack here is the analog blur expansion. So this is where you get some really awesome liquid pads in this analog blur expansion, which the Synth 3 does not have. Okay, and then this just contains all the data for the presets, so we'll ignore those. We'll go through some of these sounds together, and then we'll build some pads together. So I'll just start at the top. I'll pull in, I'll take out this sound. Oh, this is not the right instrument. One moment. There we are. Okay, so that's one pad. Glad it's better now. It must have been when my camera was on full screen. Maybe it just can't handle the amount of data today. Because I do admit this is a big instrument. It probably takes up a lot of memory, so that might be causing an issue. So that's some really rich sounds here. let's keep going. Some great stuff for some old school vintage jungle sounds here. Nice sounding pads. Great. George, I'm always busy. Whether I'm creating or running my YouTube channel or doing live streams or building my label, there's always something to do. How you been? So I'm just gonna, we're not gonna go through all of them, but I just want to flip through a few more in this library. And I believe a lot of these sounds have been recorded and generated from analog instruments, which is why they sound very warm and rich. Oh, that's a cool one. So that's pretty much this library here. Let's go down a couple more down to these guys here. Very lush. £90 for an S2000 sounds like a deal. I mean, that's a vintage piece of gear. I can't believe you could find it for that price. I wonder if it's fully functional. I would make sure, because from what I know, those things can cost a lot because they are very coveted pieces of gear. All right. I had the EMU E5000 back in the day. It's a great sampler. The filters on the EMU were amazing. If anyone remembers the EMU samplers, there were filters called Z-plane filters, and it just had a way of morphing sounds into different sounds. Misusing the EMU sampler. All right, let's keep going. So this was the single module. So let's visit the pads and soundscapes. All right. That's nice. I like that. Analog Sun. I'll remember that one. Maybe we'll use that one. Yeah, the time stretch on the Akai is famous for jungle. There's also a software called Akaiser, which mimics the time stretching of the Akai. Really neat tool. It's for free, so anyone interested, look it up. Akaiser. Yeah, but the Kais were known for their fidelity or low fidelity. It gave anything that you sampled off the Akai, like a aim and break, it gave it this lo-fi crunch, which made it unique for its sound. It's why people rated the Akai. It had a very unique sound. Sounds nice. If there's any patch here that you gravitate to, let me know. That's very cool. Very cinematic. That's also very cinematic. Very nice. That reminds me of when Windows starts up. Windows 95. The patch from way earlier. Yeah, I like that too. Since we're going for a liquid drum and bass, I want to go for something a little more lush. These are all very nice. That's cool. Let's skip down the list. Let's check out Solaris. That's a nice name. That's kind of sweet. Very spacey. Hey William, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Look, they have a patch called Windows 95. That's hilarious. We were just talking about that. Windows 90, exactly. It sounds like when you start up Windows. Who remembers the sound when Windows 95 starts up? That is hilarious. Shouts out to all the old school crew. Alright. Try a couple more down here and then we'll check out the next folder. That's neat. Nice. Thanks for joining over on YouTube so I can we can converse. Who here still has Windows 95 installed? Who's a fan of playing solitaire on Windows? Minesweeper, anyone remember that? Okay, we'll check out a few of the, check out these pads. Oh, this one's very high pitched. Okay, so these sounds are more single layer, so we'll just skip over and check out the keys. Big up your mom, she's old school crew. Time Travel 2020, I'll keep that in mind, thank you. Be nice to have use one of these keys as well as one of these synthscapes. That's a nice key. With Night Train like. That's cool. Alright, let's check out the analog blur pack. Oh, here we are. I remember the analog blur was really lush. Has a different kind of interface too. Very warm sounding. My CPU is currently at, in terms of, I'm looking at, so if you look on the top right, it shows the CPU usage. It really is only at around 10-11%, so I'm not sure what was up with my camera earlier. The library is about 3 gigs, but each patch is about 100 megs. See? Very warm. I'm loving this analog pack. Underwater is cool. This might be one good to start building with. So let's build a beat and then we're gonna build some chords over it. So I'm actually using my Liquid drum and bass kit, which allows us to quickly bump down or jumpstart a Liquid drum and bass idea. So I have all these little patterns which we could create a Liquid drum and bass beat with. So let's build a basic beat. So let's add maybe a tambourine. shaker, and then we can layer some breaks over it. All right, we're already getting that liquid drum and bass roll. I think that's good enough to start. Let's So I have some vocals selected from that modern Purple Fog soul vocals pack from Black Octopus, but I can show you a couple vocals in there before we choose. So here's the pack. There's ad-libs, vocal chops.
Don't you take me, don't you take my hand, take my hand.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, 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 no. Sit back, yeah.
So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna send this beat I made into an arrangement view so I can then lay down the vocals, because when you're working with phrases, it might be easier if we just put it in the arrangement view. I normally work in session view, however, I think it just makes sense here. I'll just put the beat over here where it says main body. Okay, because some of these vocals are cool. I had another vocal that I chose last day for this. I'll play them to you. Maybe we'll stick with them, but I was liking those other ones as well. Oh, yeah. Kind of like these vocals. Maybe we'll just run with it. What I'll do first is I'll put a bass line over this. So the key of this song is F sharp minor. I'm just gonna make this a different key since I'm not trained to play. F sharp minor is a key I'm not really used to playing. I mean, I can figure it out, but just to make things run a bit smoother, I'm gonna maybe make this a key of A. Let's see how this sounds, and then we can bring it back down once we find the notes we want. 1, 2, 3. I'm liking that. All right, I think we got our bass line, just like that. It's so easy once you have a vocal, just helps guide the session. Sometimes you may not even use the vocal, it's just there to guide the writing process. And then once you have all the notes, you can mute the vocal. Oh yeah, feeling the vibes off that. Okay, let's get some Polyscape Pro synth sounds in here. Let me just rename this to Polyscape Pro. Call this vocals. All right. I wonder what will happen if we just mirror the bass line with Polyscape. Just bump it like 5 octaves up. Because this has such a slow attack, this might not work. Let's just preview it on its own first. Wonder if we can shorten the attack. Let's go into the synth. Let's look at the parameters. Bring down the attack. It has this really low rumble, which might get in the way of our sub bass. We can always EQ that out. So that's sounding cool. I think this pad is a bit too deep because it has lower harmonics. So we need something with more higher harmonics. So let's look for another pad. Let's go back into pads. Time Travel 2020. I think someone mentioned that in the chat. We can try that. Yeah, that's cool. What happens if we build this into a chord? Maybe make this a 7th. Bring this E down. Maybe make this also a 7th. Here over the bass. I think what I'll do is I'm going to mute the last chords and just let these guys play through. Like that. Yeah, sounding good. Let's pop the vocals back in. Actually, I want to thicken up these chords a little more. Maybe we can add a bass note underneath. So take the root notes and just duplicate it 1 or 2 octaves down. Sounding nice. Sounds like something is reacting on the delay. I'll use a different delay. Let's just use Ableton's. That's better. Let's visit these pads a little more. So the time travel 2020 works. I like it, but let's see if we can find some other options to maybe, or why don't we duplicate it and we layer it with, so we can have two layered together. Let's find something else as a second layer. Now, because it takes a few seconds to load each patch due to the size, I find if you want to jump up a patch, it's better to just close the patch and then pull in the one you want, because there's no other way to jump within the instrument. Not that I know of. If anyone's a little more experienced with Kontakt Pro, let me know if there's a way, because I don't know any other way, because if I just pull it in, you pull in a second one, and that's not what I want. Sounds nice. Let's bring it one octave down. Okay. Now I'm going to add a third layer using one of the keys, so we can then play something melodic on top. We'll call this keys. And let's pop into the Polyscape Pro keys over here. I think I was liking, was it Sorcery fields? Let's play with the parameters here to modify it a little bit. I think space means reverb, so it makes it spacious. And you can play with the attack and release. Gotta add more reverb to this because I want it to trail out. Or is there a release on this instrument? There is. It's a bit too long of a release. There's 4 layers in this sound, so you have to finesse it. Okay, let's see. Let's run with that. Welcome to the Amen Club. Amen break is quintessential and used so much in jungle, drum and bass, but also in early hip hop. Think NWA, Public Enemy. we had a couple keys that could be usable there. Let's just go through our take and just take our favorites. I like that one there. We'll fix the quantizing, of course. That one's cool too. That one's cool too. They're all cool. We can all use them with and create a phrase with it. And then we can have this section with sparser notes. Okay, let's fix the notes. I like these spacey sounds. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm traveling in space. For this type of sound, I don't mind quantizing it. Some may say you want to keep it more humanized, but just the way it punctuates, I think it's fine. So I brought the pads down an octave, but I think I'm going to have to EQ it a little bit to remove some unnecessary frequencies. Oh yeah, let's fix up these guys too. I think it should be delayed. Ba 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 boom. You have to listen to the vocal and how the melody drops in. So maybe. Yeah, that's how we want it. Maybe delay these guys. Maybe we could delay it even more. Do you like it coming a bit earlier? Maybe here. Come back here. Da 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 da. Fix the quantizing here again. Apologize for the poor playing. Okay, liking that. Okay, so there's 2 more to add. Let's fix these guys here. Liking that, liking that. We're almost there, we're almost there. Yep, I like that phrase. And one more to go, which should probably fall around here. I like that. A little twang there. Let's see how that works out. Oh, I'm feeling the vibes. Oh man, is that a summer tune or what? How are you guys feeling about that one? I'm feeling the vibes on this for sure. It feels like something I want to finish actually. Dope vibe. Just the vocals with the celestial vocals. Or celestial pads. It's one of my um, little guilty pleasures, and it's those sweet vocals, sweet female vocals with celestial, ethereal pads. It just takes you to another place. You feel like you're flying in space, and that's the vibe we go for. That kind of spacey liquid vibe, liquid drum and bass vibe.
Sit back, sit back. Sit back, sit back. We're gonna take a ride, oh. So baby, just let me drive, oh. Sit back, sit back. Sit back, sit back.
Thank you, Aditya.
We're gonna take a ride, oh.
Big up, Ed.
So baby, just let me drive, oh. Baby, I come alive in the moonlight, but can't take it slow. Breathe deep, follow me till it feels right. Just let it go. Baby, I come alive in the moonlight, but can't take it slow. Breathe deep, follow me till it feels right. Just let it go.
It always feels so good and rewarding when you're in a session and things work out. It's all about having, I guess, setting yourself up for success. So when I do these videos, I do some planning in terms of a couple sounds I want to use, or maybe a beat or a vocal that I want to lay down to help with the session. But I always leave a bit for improvisation and a bit of surprise. And I always find when it works out, it's a pleasant surprise. For example, for the beat definitely and the vocal I had prepped before in terms of what I wanted to choose, but then in terms of writing and choosing the pads and those keys, that was all just improvised freeform, just vibing with you guys, vibing with the sounds, and it's a great feeling when it works out, right? So that's why we do this. That's why we love this music. Is you get that rewarding feeling when you write something and it works. It's like, wow, I found some magic here.
Sit back, sit back.
Big up Dimensions.
Sit back, sit back. We're gonna take a ride, oh. So baby,
Element of surprise. That's what I mean. I always leave a bit that can be improvised to allow an element of surprise in a session, and everything's a little more organic during the stream. So it's up to what we're all feeling here, right? We had some feedback on some of the sounds you guys wanted, and then I was just playing along with it, and then we came up with this.
sit back, sit back. Sit back, sit back. We're gonna take a ride, oh. So baby, just let me drive, oh. Sit back, sit back. Sit back, sit back. We're gonna take a ride, oh. So baby, just let me drive, oh.
So we just got a couple minutes left, so we're just gonna do a giveaway every week. Hopefully we didn't do the giveaway yet, did we? Okay, so we did call it out. I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, have we chosen a winner yet? Shouts out to ADSR crew. Thanks for calling out the contest. So I guess we're waiting for the winner. And yeah, I'll tell you guys about my latest release. So I just put out a new record out. How do I find the time? I'm not sure. Sometimes I find that I run out of time, and there's never enough time to do everything that I want. It's you have to really just prioritize and do the things that you really want to do, right? So I just came out with a new record. It is called. I'm not gonna play it here because I don't want to send a copyright strike to this channel. But if I can just pull the screen over, I guess I can't do it full screen. But yeah, I have a new track out. It's called Bulletproof. And yeah, just came out this Wednesday. And it features an Amen break that I created back in 2002 when I did a track with my friend Gremlins called The Nasty. One of my most proud Amen breaks that I created. And I might do a video on how I made this particular amen break. But this particular break sample that I layered and processed, I haven't used for 20 years, and I finally picked up that sample and reused it in this track called Bulletproof. And yeah, really happy about the result, and the feedback has been awesome so far. Some people are saying it's a return to my 2000 early 2000s jungle sound, that dancey roller vibe. So if you guys are into jungle drum and bass, check out my new track. It's called Bulletproof. It's available on all your favorite platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music. I'm also on Audius, which is a new popular platform on the blockchain. It's a decentralized streaming platform, so check it out. If right now you can actually join Audius for free, so I encourage you guys to check that out. You can stream it for free. So Bulletproof is my new single, and appreciate if you can check it out. So yeah, congrats to Mix Warp, who has won Polyscape Pro, and big up for that classic emoji. Awesome. As you all must know by now, every week we are giving away either preset packs, sample packs, or the featured VST plugin or tool. And good reason to be tuning every week, because there's a chance to win something. Not to mention, you get some company from a lovely host, wink wink, of course, and you also get to interact with our great team at ADSR, as well as all you friendly people in the live chat. So yeah, congrats again for winning the Polyscape Pro. So once again, this was the instrument we've been playing with for the last hour or so. Great instrument for deep soundscapes, cinematic backdrops, even drones. If you're into ambient music, this is the way to go. If you're into writing soundtrack music, this is the way to go. If you're into that cyberpunk sound, which is really trendy right now, this is also the way to go. And of course, if you're into liquid drum and bass, then this is the way to go. This has some really awesome, lush pad sounds. And once again, it is available on the ADSR online shop for $59 on sale. You save $20. If you can't afford it, there's its sister companion called Synth3 Polyscape. It's only available for $29. It has most of the sounds. It's just missing the analog pack. But the analog pack, I do think it's worth it for just a little bit more. But this option is there. And great sound, great synth. Of course, I was using Purple Fog Modern Soul Vocals for our vocals, and it's available for just $20 today. It was normal price around $35. Great pack from Black Octopus Crew. They make some quality sounds, so shouts out to them for this pack. So yeah, let's just preview our track one more time. I'll open it up for any Q&A, and then we'll get to that, and we'll be closing off the show momentarily. So let's check out the track one more time.
Sit back, sit back. Sit back, sit back. We're gonna take a ride, oh. So relax, let me drive, oh. Sit back, sit back. Sit back, sit back. We're gonna take a ride, oh. So relax, let me drive, oh. Baby, I come alive in the moonlight, but can't take it slow. Follow me to
Awesome. So this was the track today, and really enjoyed making some liquid drum and bass with Polyscape Pro. See, there's a question if this will only work with the full Kontakt. That is a good question. I'm just checking the product information right now, see if I can find that out for you. Yeah, I'm not clear on that, so possibly drop the ADSR team an email and they can get back to you about that. I've always just used it with the full Kontakt, meaning I loaded. Where's my Kontakt? I loaded this Kontakt, and yeah. So I'm not sure. You're gonna have to check in with someone. But good question. And yes, you're welcome, Ed, for the stream. I'm happy that you can join us. Big up Mix Warp as well. Shouts out to Depth Dimensions. Great, you're enjoying the tunes. Is the Discord available on Mac iOS? I do think there is an iOS version of Discord. Click System Requirements. Thank you for that. So, thank you. So, Kontakt 5.8.1 or higher. Full version required. So, yes, it's important you have the full version of Kontakt to be able to use Polyscape Pro. So thank you for that, team at ADSR. So yeah, if you can join the Discord community at ADSR, you can, you can engage with the community there. And I know that we've been doing some beat contests as well, so you can find out all about that there. So yeah, this concludes the show for today. Once again, my name is Stranjah. Stranjah. I do weekly videos here demoing some awesome plugins and packs. You can also follow me on my channel. The link is in the description. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and subscribe to ADSR. They are doing shows a couple times a week, also from other great guests such as Tatro, Brent March. So some great content there. And a lot of variety of content. You'll learn different compositional techniques, mix techniques, sound design, all the great stuff. So yeah, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want as well. Yeah, so Polyscape Pro was a synth today. Purple Fog was the sound, and really happy that you enjoyed the liquid drum and bass track. And I hope you guys stay active this weekend, stay creative, and get out there, get some air, get some sun, stay healthy. And that's what it's all about, having that balanced, creative lifestyle. So until then, I'll see you next week. Peace.